Hi guys, it's Dawn from Let's Make a Mess Today. How are you doing? I'm here to do a quick review, and my reviews are very quick. I don't get in depth. I just tell you if I liked them or not. I give you a little bit about what they're about. And I tell you if I think you should read them or not. I don't go in depth with story, plot, all of that. But these are 5 thrillers that I have read, and I think I loved every one of them. I actually did enjoy every one of them. This is a Ruth Ware. Ruth Ware is being everybody these days everybody is compared to, say that again. These days, everybody is comparing her to Agatha Christie. So, and I totally enjoyed this. I gave it a 5. The Death of Mrs. Westaway. And here's a summary. There's no summary on this one, so went online to find one for you. This is 2018. A young woman named Hal Westaway, a poor and lonely tarot card reader who becomes embroiled in a mystery involving an inheritance, her family, and an impossible murder. It's really, really good. So let me see if this one's a little bit better for you. I'm not going to read really long ones, but so I really enjoyed it. This is kind of a long one. I'm not reading all that. So basically, there's this girl. She's on her own. She's in her 20s. She's a tarot reader. She lives in a shabby, shabby little studio apartment. Her mom dies, and that's her plot. She takes over her mom's tarot reading business and stuff, and then all of a sudden, somebody, can't remember, they knocked at the door. She got a letter or whatever. Says, hey, there's been an inheritance. You're going to inherit Mrs. Westaway's money, and that includes a huge mansion and lots of money. But then, along with that, comes other family members, and then the plot thickens. Okay, but it's really good. Again, it's a Ruth Ware. I would say any Ruth Ware you see, buy it, pick it up, borrow it. It's a really good book. Get it from your library. It's a really, really, she's a good read. I love her. I've read a few of her books again. So this is Ruth Ware, The Death of Mrs. Westaway. And it's dark and moody, and it kind of fits the season. So that's that one. The next one I read is Emma and the Night. Now, this is a Book of the Month Club, so I obviously found this at a thrift store. Let's read this. And I gave this a 2, so I didn't love it. Oh, let me read it, and then I'll let you know why. So one night, 15-year-old Cass and her 17-year-old, I remember it already, her 17-year-old sister Emma disappear. The family car is found deserted at a nearby beach, but the authorities are baffled by what could have become of them. 3 years later, with just the clothes on her back and no evidence of credibility to back up her claims of what happened, Cass returns home without her sister. Her tale is one of kidnapping and isolation and the mysterious island where the two were held. So this is off the coast of Maine. So it's kind of dark, too. It's really actually quite good in the setting. But Cass's story has holes. And to forensic psychologist Dr. Abby Winter, something about it just doesn't add up. As an expert in narcissistic personality disorder, Miss Dr. Winter looks deeply into Cass's family to uncover the truth. She looks at the mother, a woman so beautiful on the surface and so damaged and damaging beneath. She looks at the stepfather and the stepbrother, each so uniquely troubled and dangerous. And she looks at Cass herself. What she finds will shock those searching for Emma and reveal a twisted story of a deeply dysfunctional family and the lengths to which Cass has gone to bring about redemption. All right, I did give this a 2. This book, this is interesting. Okay, so Wendy Walker, the writer, is an attorney specializing in family law, and and one of the people in the book is Dr. Winter, and she's a narcissistic personality disorder shrink, and the book really dives into that. There are some trigger points. Look those up. I thought that the book went way too deep into some of the psychology of that. Otherwise, I just kind of wanted to move it along. If I see it, I wouldn't. If somebody hands it to you, read it, maybe, if you're into psychology like that. Otherwise, I would give that one a pass. Again, I just gave it a 2. This one, I gave a 3.5. It's Martin Griffen. It's called The Second Stranger. Look at that cover. Is that not great? So this one, one bitterly cold February night at the remote McKinnon Hotel. This is good. I don't know why I didn't give this more than a 3.5, but because it's really good. Anyway, so one bitterly cold February night at the remote McKinnon Hotel, Remy York begins her last shift at the front desk as the snow begins to fall. I love the premise of this book. She has booked a one-way flight for the next day, and she's never coming back to Scotland, or so she thinks. As the storm quickly invades the surrounding highlands, the roads become impassable and the phone lines fall dead. When the icy temperatures plummet further, an injured man stumbles into the hotel lobby from the blizzard. Police Constable Don Gaines has been in a car accident on the mountain road, and Remy welcomes him to safety. Gaines tells her that the other survivor of the accident is a dangerous prisoner who is now at large, and Gaines is sure he is headed their way. Then the second injured visitor arrives, also introducing himself as Constable Don Gaines. Both claim to want to protect Remy and the hotel's remaining guests, but both are convincing, and Remy doesn't know what to do. But she must endure a deadly night before dawn breaks, and if she doesn't succumb to the cold, one of these men will surely kill her first. She has no idea why they have chosen to come to the McKenna Hotel. So this is I should have probably given it at least a 4. It was really good. If I saw this, I would read it. It's a quick little read. So anyway, there's more to it than just I love the fact that she's got 2 people showing up saying they're the same people. They're both cops, but then the plot thickens on this one as well, and it's really good. So the next one I gave a 4, and you guys know I am on a Freida McFadden. I think this is her 4th one, or their 5th. I think this is the 4th one of her, 4th, that I've read of hers. And I'm actually reading another one right now. So I looked online, and there was people that really don't like her, and I'm thinking, why? What are you talking about? So let me tell you who she is first, and I just think it's great. So Freida McFadden is a practicing physician specializing in brain injury, and she never delves into that, only a little bit, but it's really great. So she's good about, making other things more important. Anyway, Freida's work has been selected as one of Amazon Editor's Best Books of the Year and has been a Goodreads Choice Award nominee. Her novels have been translated into more than 30 languages. Freida lives with her family and a black cat in a centuries-old 3-story home overlooking the ocean. So I'm a newfound fan of Freida McFadden, and when I pick her books up, I whip through them, guys. She's easy to read. She's just, there's nothing I don't like about this author. So this is one by one. So it says, okay, one by one they will get what they deserve. Claire Matchett needs a trip. It will be a break from work and raising children, a chance to repair her damaged marriage. A week of hiking and this was so good, you guys. What did I give this? A 4 good. This was so good. Okay, sorry. A chance to repair her damaged marriage. A week of hiking and hot tubbing with friends at a luxurious hotel in the woods, disconnected from the presence of real life. Then, on a lonely dirt road, Claire's minivan breaks down with no cell reception. The group has no choice but to walk the rest of the way to their remote accommodation. But the forest is dark and difficult to navigate, and hours later they are lost, hopelessly lost. As they venture deeper into the woods, the members of their party are struck down mysteriously, one by one. That reminds me of Ruth Ware's One by One. Or was it Alex Feeney? I don't remember. Anyway, are they being hunted? And by what or who? As Claire's dream vacation descends into a nightmare, something becomes clear. One of them will return home alive. Only one of them will return home alive. This is a top story of a betrayal and survival, and from New York Times bestselling author Freida McFadden, that will leave you wondering if there's any way out of the woods. You guys, this is so good. What am I reading right now? I'm reading Never Lie right now. That's what I'm reading right now. Anyway, so good book. I gave it a 4. There you go. This one I gave a 4. This is so good, you guys. Okay, so I'm a new fan of Shari Lepena. I think I've read her The Couple Next Door. Is that what I read? I don't want to look it up, but yeah, I think that's what I read. I'm not sure, but I am a new fan of hers. So let's see. I'll read you what it's about. See, I don't take a long time. I just tell you if I like it, I read you a little bit about it, and I tell you whether you should read it or not. This is it. You should read. If you haven't read Shari Lepena before, or Lepena, I don't know how to say that, you should probably pick her up. She's really good. So this one is Nothing Ever Happens in Sleepy Little Fair Hill, Vermont. This is kind of nice to read this during October too, guys. Anyway, the teenagers get their kicks telling ghost stories in the old graveyard. The parents trust that their kids will arrive home safe from school. Everyone knows everyone. Curtains rarely twitch. Front doors are left unlocked. But this morning, All of that will change because Diana Brewer isn't lying safely in her bed where she belongs. Instead, she lies in a hayfield circled by vultures discovered by a local farmer. How quickly a girl becomes a ghost, how quickly, this is a ghost story, and how quickly a town of friendly, familiar faces become a town of suspects and a place of fear and paranoia. Someone in Fairhill did this. Everyone wants answers, and one innocent question could be deadly. Okay, the way she twists and turns this book is amazing. I couldn't believe it. She did a really good job. Oh, even Ruth Ware said no one does suburban paranoia like Shari Lepena. So anyway, oh my gosh, if you haven't read Shari Lepena, you got to, I don't know how to say it, you guys. Pick it up. This was a favorite of mine, so I gave it a 4-star. So these are all really good books, except for, of course, this one. I was like, again, because there's so many trigger points, and she really, really dove too far into the psychological narcissistic disorder thing, and there's other triggers in there as well. So trigger warnings on this one. The rest are, I don't think so. They're thrillers, but Ruth Ware is always a go-to. If you haven't read Ruth Ware, you have to. So she's really wonderful. So anyway, so that's my review of these 5 thrillers this October. So go get them one by one. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. I hope all is well. See you soon. Bye-bye.